We're gonna move this shelving unit to the corner where the records were.
We had a buyer message us and ask us to overnight these. We should put this in a box or not. The total amount that we put in our pocket, we're not really listing a whole lot today. Frankie's at a birthday party for a couple hours and we're trying to take advantage of that time to go through our shed a little bit. We're actually rearranging some stuff. I am going through our records. We're not officially getting out of the record business, but we're getting a lot more selective on the records we list now. We're getting better at finding more valuable things to keep us busy. Whereas when we first got into this 2 years ago, Janelle would come home with like a small bag of things every, couple days or so. We'd spend an hour, 2 hours listing it and we'd have nothing else to list. So that's why we would just start chipping away at records that probably wouldn't sell, might sell after a couple of years. But heck, we're sitting around, we wanted to list something. So that's what we were kind of doing with them records.
I mean, we've made good money, even records that we don't think would sell.
But over the past year, we've been finding ourselves just naturally being more selective on the records we list. Kind of flipping through them and say, yeah, we're not going to list because, the time frame that we have to list these records has been a lot less lately. If you've watched our previous videos, you know that this corner was filled with totes of records. I've already removed, 3 bins, honey?
Maybe
I think
4.
4 bins, I think, last weekend we dropped off at a Goodwill. And I've gone through them all already, finally. We're actually keeping 1, 2, 3 bins of records. They're all, they're not great, but they're interesting ones. They're not just your orchestra, your Bach, your Beethoven stuff. They're ones that I feel would sell within the next couple of years or so. And then these are the last of the ones I'm getting rid of.
Another project we're working on is clearing this shelf. That'll be fun, but we're gonna move this shelving unit to the corner where the records were. We're gonna put our TV over here because we like to have our videos going or TV shows we're watching while we're out here listing. And we're always turning around looking behind us while we're doing it. It's just not a good setup. So we're gonna put the TV there so that way when we're at our stations, my listing station and Frank's station here, it's easier that way. It's just, yeah, so I mean, that's probably good. Probably good to kind of clear this off because I know Frank's been giving me a hard time about the mess.
My original idea with putting the TV over on this wall is I thought Frankie would play more video games out here. I figured we'd have like a Wii set up underneath the TV here on the table and stuff. And Frankie hasn't really been interested in playing Wii or any video games when he's out here. He'd just rather play them inside. More when he comes out here, he wants to do more activity things. Wants to like color, make things at his little workstation we got set up for him. Or he is
testing.
Or just dying to test stuff. Janelle and I actually use this TV a lot more. And I noticed that when we do put something on here, we don't really pay attention to it much because we actually have to stop working, turn around to look at the TV and see what's going on. Also, I thought we would use this shelf more for like a staging area on things that we're gonna list and put more cleaning supplies on here. This has just become a catch-all. This is just junk that we just don't wanna list or just plain junk. So
some of it is stuff that has been listed that I don't want rolling around.
Right, so it'll be good to go through this, reset it, and set it up over here. I've already measured. It's not going to block our switches. It's actually going to come up just before our switches. Just one challenge we are going to have come summertime is I wanted to install a window unit, air conditioner in here to get our air conditioner up off the floor and have it be more efficient as well. I was going to reframe this window to fit a window unit air conditioner or wall unit, I guess it would be, because I'm going to probably get rid of that window. But we'll address that when the summertime comes. Maybe by then we'll have some more records listed. I doubt it, but maybe, and I can slide the shelf that way more or rework this area.
All right, so this is what I got from tearing the shelves down, taking stuff off, reorganizing, throwing stuff out, donating stuff, whatever. Finding stuff that needs to be listed. We found this hidden in some video games, some worthless video games. We got some Wii Sports to list that I got for 25 cents at the highway sale back in July, August, whatever it was, that have not been listed. But we will get those listed today. So it's always nice, I guess, to find things like that in your death pile. So we finally got a hole here. If you remember, we had a pile of stuff. We still got some stuff, but we're working on it. We're clearing space. We can finally get to these shelves now. Usually try to use this shelf for like fragile stuff or things that I don't necessarily want rolling around in a bin.
So I just want to talk about this real quick. I'm not going to unwrap these to show you guys because they have to go out like right this second. We had a buyer we had a buyer message us and ask us to overnight these to them out in Vegas. We're in upstate New York. And it would have been like $187 or $167 to overnight it with UPS for guaranteed like tomorrow by 6 p.m. Or the expedited USPS shipping for 1 to 2 day was $63, or $65-ish. So I got to get these dropped off within the hour because I promised them I'd drop them off in the hour and pack them up. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. I'll post the item here, right there, and show you what it was. It was some napkin rings. It sold for that much. The only problem with this is I'm learning. We've only done this like twice. This is our second time doing this. I'm going to go back and look at the numbers and talk to you guys about this when I get back. Because when you do the expedited shipping, the $65 on a $30 item, we're paying eBay fees, the percentage off of that $65. So I'm going to see if they really do charge you. I'm pretty sure they do. They have 15% on the shipping as well, or 17%, whatever the eBay fees are. So I'm thinking we may want to start adding on a handling fee for overnight orders to cover them fees. But we'll talk about that when I get back because I got to get these out and get them on their way to Vegas. So we got the overnight package dropped off. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, we actually upgraded her to UPS 1-day air. She paid for USPS 2-day air, I think it was. And it wasn't even guaranteed to get there like tomorrow or whatever. I think the delivery date was Wednesday or Thursday. And Thursday this week is Thanksgiving. She wanted it before Thursday, obviously. So I was actually able to upgrade her to UPS Air 1 day for the same amount that she had paid. Originally, it was quoting her like $160-something for UPS 1-day Air. I don't know why. I'll have to figure that out. And I'll have to run them numbers for you guys too to see how we did with that, with the eBay fees and everything, with having to pay for the higher shipping. This Milwaukee thing that we had in a previous video finally sold. We took an offer for how much, honey? That much.
$585.
$585. A little less than I wanted, but I wanted it out of here. Thing's heavy, thing's bulky, taking up a lot of room. Let's move it. I looked on our invoice sheet. We paid $205 with tax, auction fee, and all that nonsense. I obviously didn't figure in our gas and all that, which I probably could have or should have. But after fees, after eBay fees, I had this marked for free delivery, which I'll explain in a second why, even though we never do free delivery. But I had it marked for free delivery, and after eBay fees, I think we're going to put about $185 in our pocket, which isn't a bad profit for not doing a whole lot with it. I mean, I pulled it out, made a video on it, took some pictures of it, put it back in there, and now I'm slapping a label on it, and it's going to be out the door.
Yeah, you don't even have to put it in another box. We'll just ship it right in that, right?
You know, and I kind of wanted to put it, I know you're laughing. I kind of wanted to because I think we have a box this size. Just, I worry about the value of it. If someone sees the box. What do you guys think? Drop a comment if we should put this in a box or not. Obviously, we've already sent this out by the time you're watching this, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I got this all packed up. I did go ahead and make a box for it. It was a lot easier than it looks. We got some really, really oversized boxes. And the only reason we got them is because I order a lot of bulk stuff from Uline. I'll order like a bulk amount of it, and they'll always ship it in a very large, oversized Uline box. So I took that box, and I basically, all I did is I cut it up, made it flat, and wrapped the cardboard around this. And then cut my flaps and hot glued it and taped it up. I taped the heck out of it. I'm not really looking to protect anything with this cardboard. I'm just looking to cover what's in it for security purposes, being that it's a high dollar item. The reason I did free shipping is because the amounts for UPS ground shipping on this were so all over the place when I was getting it quoted for the country. And I wanted to be sure, because this is such a unique item, and looking for such a specific buyer on eBay. I think the last one that sold was like a couple months ago, and there might be like 4 or 5 listed. So I wanted to open my customer base to the whole country. So I took kind of an average of what it would cost to ship this sucker across the country. I raised the price of the item a little bit, and then just kept in my mind how much it would cost us. And I budgeted $100. The total shipping came to $63. Since we're on the topic of shipping big heavy things, this seems to be going to be a bit of a theme for us lately. Not on purpose, we just strictly buy the stuff that we're able to find and make a profit on. Them encyclopedias that we shipped to Canada, the 100 pounds of encyclopedias, if you missed the video, I did want to put in there that the tracking shows that they did arrive. They're there, they accepted the delivery, or I guess they would accept it. We didn't have a signature request on there or anything. But we got the notification that made it to Kentucky, and then I was able to also track it through to Canada to see that it made it to the doorstep. We didn't receive any feedback. We didn't request any feedback either. We didn't keep in contact with the buyer at all. Didn't hear from the buyer. So I'm guessing no news is good news.
All right, see us? See this? We're gonna go like at him. We're gonna go like boo! And we gotta try again. You hear me? Let's do this. Can't let him get up the mountain. We gotta shoot him, and hopefully we get him. Okay? Let's do this.
All right, so it's been a couple weeks, as you noticed, because we haven't put any videos up. We've been pretty busy with Thanksgiving and such, and frankly, we've just been kind of taking a break and enjoying some family time. So as you can see, before I show you what we did to the shed, the finished product, I gotta get up this mountain right now, and there's a bad guy up there shooting some Nerf darts at me. So I'm gonna armor up, and I'm gonna try to get up there and not get shot. Man, I'm getting hit.
It's not shooting anymore.
We gotta get up there. I'm getting hit.
There's a pass.
We gotta move forward. Let's get him. I think he might be out of ammo. No, he's not. Take cover. Take cover. Ah. All right. Now I think he's out of ammo. Now we can get him. Oh, no. He's getting us. I can't get up the mountain.
I'm out of ammo.
Oh, he's out of ammo. Let's get him. Ah. All right, we finally got up the mountain and got the bad guys out of here. As you can see, we try to have some fun out in the shed with our family. So I didn't want to close out this video without showing you 2 things. What we did in the shed, and then as soon as I do that, I'm going to show you our numbers on them 2 items that we shipped out. The napkin ring holders and that drain cleaner thing. I want to show you the final value fee on what we paid on all that stuff. But we got this corner all situated. I did not end up using the shelf that was at that old spot over there where our TV now sits, which you'll see in a second. I actually had this shelving unit downstairs, brand new, that we haven't put together yet. My daughter, Kaylee, actually found this for us on a clearance section. So we purchased this and just haven't used it yet. We knew we'd use it for something, and here it is. And what's nice about this is it's actually narrower and smaller than another shelf, so I think we're gonna be okay with getting a window unit or some type of air conditioning wall unit in here for the summer, which will be really nice because that big portable unit isn't very efficient and it just sucks tripping over it in the middle of the floor. This shelf has actually been working out great for us these past few weeks. We got a nice little system down where when Janelle lists stuff, she puts it into one of these tote bags, which hasn't landed on the shelf yet, but it's supposed to land on the shelf. And then at my convenience, I take the tote bag upstairs and put it into our bins upstairs, and then I log into our inventory sheet which bin I put each item into. The more fun thing I'd like to show you is we got our TV mounted, and we love it. It's been great. When we're out here on Friday and Saturday nights listing, we actually enjoy watching On Patrol Live on TV, on Reels, I believe it is. A little plug for them, I guess. I don't think they really need it, but so we'll have that going on here, and it's great because we can watch it in the background while we're working. It's right here. We can glance up. And the beauty about this, too, is it, I mean, we already had it on here before when it was on the other side of the shed, but the little articulating arm makes it nice because when Janelle's out here by herself, she can swing it to her direction and watch her live feeds with her friends that she likes to watch on YouTube. And then this shelf unit here was already 2 sections as it was put together. So I just got rid of the top section, and we got a nice shelf here to put, you know, cleaning supplies and such on. And we were also able to move our testing record player here, the record player we use to test our records. We're able to put here, which was originally on the table over here, right next to Frankie's listing station. So it got in the way constantly. He was constantly bumping it. And then another great thing is we got almost an empty shelf down below for 2 more bins of listed inventory. And the only reason we haven't done that yet is because we are thinned out on inventory right now. We've been selling more than we've been listing. So the bins have actually been getting pretty, not empty, but pretty down there low. We got a lot of room to bring in a lot more inventory. But come garage sale season, when Janelle's out hitting a lot more garage sales and we're doing our highway sales like we were doing, we'll be bringing a lot more stuff in. So we'll have a lot more room now to bring that new inventory in.
Yeah, what happened, Frank?
I don't know. What happened with that? Did you spill something?
Frank spilled something. He spilled my Goo Gone. So, yeah, I came out this morning and found my Goo Gone empty all over the counter, all over the shelf here. So, yeah, I'll buy some more of that. But as far as the whole shelving unit goes, I like it a lot. It's working out really well.
And now finally, the numbers that I promised you on the turkey napkin rings that we sent out and the drain snake cleaner thing, whatever it was. So the turkey napkin rings, we were actually charged the final value fee based on the amount of the item plus that overnight shipping charge that was like $50 or so, which I'll get to in a little bit. There's been rumors on Facebook, some of the reselling Facebook groups, that you're only charged a final value fee on the cost of the item plus a standard shipping charge. You know, when they add on the shipping charge to calculate your final value fee, not necessarily the shipping that they select. Well, they selected an overnight shipping charge, and we were charged the final value fee percentage off of that as well. So we sold the turkey napkin rings for $49.90. Plus eBay charged $64.50 for the 1-day UPS shipping. And then eBay also collected a $4.18 charge for sales tax, which comes to $118.58, and that's the number that eBay used to calculate our final value fee of 12%. So then 12% of that $118.58 comes to $14.23 for our total final value fee that we've paid on that. The total amount that hit our pocket was $114.40. Because you got to subtract the tax that eBay collected for us. We don't see that. eBay pays it on our behalf. And then subtract the $14.23 in the final value fee. And then we had to purchase a UPS 1-day shipping label for $50.51. So the total profit on the napkin rings that we put into our pocket was $49.66. Hope that all makes sense to you and you're able to follow along with that. So then finally brings us to that Milwaukee drain cleaner thing, whatever it was. So we sold that for a total of $585 even that we took an offer on. eBay went ahead and charged $39.49 and collected that as a sales tax on our behalf, which brought the total to $624.49 that was charged to the buyer. And there was no additional shipping charges, being that we had it listed for free shipping. And our final value fee actually came to $67.44, which was supposed to be 12%, but because we had it listed as free shipping, they categorized it as a top seller on eBay, I guess. If you're a top seller, if you have a great ranking on your feedback and you list your item for free shipping. So because of that, we got a 10% reduction off of our final value fee. And then we also had an ad fee of $37.47 because I promoted that item at a 6% promotional rate. So our total fees came to $104.91. Let's get to the amount that actually hit our pocket. So out of the $585 that came to us, minus the $104.91 in total fees, minus the $63.72 in the UPS shipping label that I had to purchase, and then minus the $209.95 that we paid total for the cost of the item with the auction fees on high bid, the total amount that we put in our pocket was $206.42. Hope you guys were able to follow along with that. I tried to break it down the best I could without throwing too many numbers at you, but I also wanted to be transparent and show you what we paid on everything. If you haven't had your fix, I got 2 more videos here and here for you to check out, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.